Hey there, y'all. Welcome to our family-friendly episode. Place your bets on when this is going to go wrong. Because trust me, you kids probably still shouldn't be watching this. Alright, start the show.
Should get here in about 30 minutes.
We're down a minute, actually. It'll be 29.
Oh.
I'm very punctual when it comes to food showing up.
Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, we ordered pizza. It should be here in the middle of this podcast.
It's because that's the best way to run something.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so hungry.
The worst part is you don't know how long it took to order because Bryce doesn't know what he wants to get.
Yeah, because I'm like, we could have gotten like a calzone, but you didn't want calzone.
I don't like ricotta. Get stromboli. That doesn't have ricotta in it.
I know I told the story when we were talking about it when we were ordering, but I'm going to tell it again.
Okay.
My older sister, she can cook one thing really good, and that's stromboli.
My type of woman right there. She do strombolis. Forget calzones. I'm trying to be on my best behavior, I think.
She can cook things now probably. But growing up...
Now, probably. Who knows?
Yeah, well, she lives in Ohio still.
We can do a challenge. We can send her stuff to cook and see if she can actually do it.
I'm sending you beef and Skittles. Good luck.
Have fun. It's like Iron Chef. What's the mystery ingredient today? And they lift it up.
It's always like a normal thing.
Yeah.
It's like you could probably do something with that.
It's salt.
I can't use that at all. Yeah, I want something to open up, like, use this Play-Doh. Like, oh, okay. So, like I was saying, growing up, my sister used to cook for us every now and then. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She probably cooked more than just that good. Mm. I only have memories of like, her cooking stromboli and her messing up cooking. I remember her, like, leaving a pan on the oven when, like, after she was done cooking, just leaving it on there and then forgetting to turn off the stove.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's like, oh, stove's still on. And she takes it off and puts it in the water. It goes, I only have memories of that. I don't have, like, her and cooking stromboli good. That's the only memories of.
My older sister is horrible cook. She does the same thing, but every day she'll burn something. I will give her one thing. She knows how to make I call them just cakes at that point. She makes pancakes, but she makes them like cakes, like regular cakes with like sprinkles and icing and stuff like that. So it's just a layered cake at that point. So
it's a very thin cake.
Pretty much. She can do that for breakfast because she eats it for breakfast. And one day she made a really good vegetable lasagna. It was phenomenal. It was probably one of the first things she actually made for the family. And everyone was really surprised, like, oh, this is so delicious. Made a lasagna again, it wasn't good at all. So that was that one legendary time of very delicious lasagna.
Once upon a time, you were good at cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
Once upon a time. All right, do you want to jump right into this?
Sure, because you say we have a long one today.
Yeah, we have a couple long ones. We'll see how it goes and see how things go. Hey, Derek. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about Timothy Drexler?
Timothy Drexler.
Drexler, yeah.
Drexler.
Yes.
Is he a race car driver?
Sorry. It's going to be Dexter.
Dexter.
Like,
does he have a lab? Does he have an annoying older sister named Dee Dee?
Probably.
Okay.
He was born in 1747.
Oh, okay.
Very archaic scientist.
Mm-hmm. More of a philosopher at this point.
He was born in Malden, Massachusetts. He was a very peculiar man. Everyone that knew him was like, thought that. Mm-hmm. He had little schooling and worked as a farmhand when he was 8.
Okay.
At 16, he became an apprentice to a leather dresser. Person who made like leather stuff.
What a leather dresser is.
You looked at me like, how can you put things inside of a leather dresser? It would just fall
Honestly,
apart.
when you said that, I didn't think that, but I did think of a dresser made of leather, and I'm like a sentient one though. So I'm sitting here, I'm like,
put things in me.
Yeah, exactly. It's very creepy in my head.
In 1769, he moved to Newburyport, Massachusetts, where he married a rich widow.
Okay.
That's his first bit of money he got.
So was the widow rich because she was rich, or was she rich because her husband died and then she inherited the rich?
I think it's the second one.
Okay.
So he married the rich widow. Some of his contemporaries considered him unintelligent and gave him bad business advice, an attempt to discredit him and maybe even make him lose his fortune. Little spoiler alert, it didn't work. At the end of the American Revolutionary War, he bought a large amounts of depreciated continental currency that was worthless at the time. After the war was over, the U.S. government was like, no, that money's good. So, by the time the trade routes resumed, he had a fortune.
I was say he's one of the richest men on earth.
Yeah, he was able to build 2 ships to construct trade routes to the West Indies and Europe.
Oh.
I'm going to go down.
This man had luck of 100.
Yeah, he was amazingly lucky. He had 6.
Luckily?
Luckily, yes. Very luckily individual.
Okay.
Yeah, I messed up. I know. Don't look at me like I'm trying to play off that I didn't mess up. I know what I did. I have 6 stories here of him. Some of these are very strange but very profitable business ventures. I'll tell you, there's a couple here where people tried to give him bad advice and it backfired.
This is like the Gomez Adams of stuff like this. If anybody knows anything about that.
This man shouldn't be rich.
No.
He got lucky 6 times. Actually 7 including the money, the revolutionary money.
8 if you consider the widow.
Yeah, he got very lucky for being apparently uneducated and stupid.
It's like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Seriously. He sent warming pans, which were used to heat sheets in cold New England. He sent those to the West Indies, a tropical place.
Okay.
His captain sold them as ladles for a local molasses industry, and he made a good profit.
See, no, he's lucky.
Yeah.
But the captain is the smart one.
Yes.
He's the one who's like, why do we have this? All right, fine.
Because I don't think Timothy left the U.S. ever. I think he just sent ships out to the south. So I think the captain was incredibly smart, and he just got lucky having that captain. Because he also he sent wool mittens to the same place.
I'm guessing
luckily,
maybe like oven mitts.
Like
as in wool
cold,
mittens, but...
they were sold them to Asian merchants who took them to Siberia.
Okay.
So he was lucky those Asian merchants were there going to Siberia.
Okay. I say it's a very cold place.
Yeah. Next one is an instance of people giving him bad advice. He sent coal to Newcastle, where it has a home of multiple coal mines.
All right. When
the ships arrived, it was in the middle of a miners' strike.
Ah!
And it was sold at a premium. It's like it gets crazier and crazier.
It's like when somebody plays Civilization and they have trade routes. Like, that country doesn't even need that stuff, but you still earn a big profit for no reason. Yeah,
exactly. Another one, person giving bad advice. He sent gloves to the South Sea Islands, like the same mittens and gloves, where he sold them to Portuguese boats on their way to China. Again, sold to other merchants who were going to other places.
The worst part is, they were there like, what do you mean we didn't bring the gloves? Where are we going to find gloves on this island? Okay.
Selling gloves.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wow. That was just convenient.
Yeah, it's a lot of... This entire life is just, oh man, that was convenient. Next one's a prime example of that. He exported Bibles to the West Indies, where he sold them to missionaries who were visiting at the time. Like, he sold to people who don't live there.
Yeah, stuff.
Who just happened to be, you know what we need? You know what we forgot as missionaries?
More Bibles.
Bibles.
All the Bibles.
He exported cats to the Caribbean islands.
All right, I want to see how this one works out.
Luckily, they were welcomed due to the rat infestation.
Really?
Yeah. So he didn't. I don't think he knew about the rats.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
you know what they need? Comfort animal.
Yeah. I like the soft purr of an animal. Send them. They'll enjoy them. I like them. It's like when somebody gets you a gift for, like, I know I really like this, so you probably will too. It's like, it doesn't work that way.
It's kind of
but it does for him.
It's kind of when, like, you still live with, like, your sibling, and you're like, I'm gonna buy them this video game for Christmas because I want it.
I know a guy that does that still, actually, with his younger brother.
I don't remember doing that.
Really?
I probably did, knowing me, but I don't think I did.
I was always the younger sibling, and then then after a while, everyone else got out of video games, so I just ended up going, I can get whatever I want now.
Yeah, I was always the youngest sibling.
Blockbuster.
I was the youngest sibling until I was 7. because my younger sibling is 7 years younger than me.
Jesus.
And everyone else older than me is only like 3 or 4 years. So there's pretty small gaps between all of us. And then suddenly there's a larger gap, and then the smaller one.
Stair children, pretty much, up until the last one.
Yeah. So I was always the youngest one. So I didn't have the opportunity. By the time I was old enough to buy things, it was for my little sister. I'm like, she doesn't want what I want.
She's cool. She doesn't.
Yeah, she's great.
I know
that comes off very disingenuous how I said that. But
yeah,
she's
fine.
Cool. She's cool. You're sitting in her chair right now. It's fine.
It's all right. I want to say, yeah, you actually steal this chair out of her place.
We're still very homebrew here.
Yeah.
Anyways, all of Timothy's business ventures put a separation between him and his family. It became obvious when he started telling visitors that his wife was dead, and the woman they were seeing was her ghost.
It's just...
Yeah. That, like, hand
so how's your wife? She's dead, but what about that? And he... ghosts! Call the busters.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your wife. Who's that? It's the ghost.
Ghost. She haunts me.
Don't look at her too much. She'll spook ya.
You want to hear something messed up? I was watching this thing on top 10 meltdowns in live performances by rock stars.
Yeah.
And there's actually a guy who he does a few songs, and he apparently wasn't really into it. He gets on the microphone, he goes, I'm having a really bad day. My mom died. And everybody always like, oh, they're like, why are you here? Go to... He's like, I really appreciate it. I need to cancel this concert. I'm sorry. Everybody understood. They're like, oh, cool. Found out less than 24 hours. His mom not only was alive, apparently gave him up. It's like, I'm not dead. What are you talking about?
He's like, I'm just not feeling it tonight, guys.
He literally was apparently really drunk.
Oh.
And so he's like, I don't want to be here. And he just left.
You know what?
He used that as an excuse.
You know what? If you're that drunk, I don't want you to perform for me anyways.
Yeah, you do it sloppily.
Yeah, I'd rather get a refund.
But to use that big of an excuse.
Yeah.
That's like when you go, like when kids go to school, like, why'd you miss school the other day? My grandparents died. Both of them? Like, yeah.
Grandparent said, which grandparent? All of them?
Yeah. It's like, I swore they died 2 weeks ago and you missed school that day.
She came back and she died again.
She's a zombie. We keep forgetting to destroy the head.
Speaking of death, he faked his own death to see how people would respond. 3,000 people showed up for his wake.
Oh, that's so nice. It's yet such a bad thing.
He saw his wife didn't cry. So after he revealed it,
because she's dead. She can't cry. Ghosts can't cry.
You're about to hate Timothy. After he revealed that he was faked, he caned her for not grieving enough.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just took a turn, didn't it?
You weren't supposed to curse.
Dang it!
Just so everybody knows, I haven't been cursing because Bryce is like, "Can you make it through this episode without cursing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I can do it." Earlier in the episode, I almost said the F word. And I stopped myself, and you just did it. And I hate you so much. Oh man, I didn't mean to. I am so upset right now. You're going and bleeping that. We're no more cursing through this episode.
Okay.
What time was that? You give me that time.
We're only like 13 minutes in.
Around 13 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and bleep that. All right.
I hate you so much.
Hey, I know it's gonna make you feel better, man.
What? No, it won't. It won't make me feel better. I'm gonna hate him.
Because
I'd much rather go back to the caning.
Your best friend's here.
No, he's not.
It's Florida man.
Flying through the sky like a jerkwad. Florida man.
He's shirtless and holding a gator and probably beating his wife.
With a cane.
With a cane.
We didn't even finish that. That
was
horrible.
That was the last sentence.
Was that the big finish?
That was the last sentence. Wasn't beating his wife.
A woman getting beat by a cane?
Yeah, that man's life is insane.
Very weird.
Yeah, you'd see why he's very... What I said in the very beginning. He was a very peculiar man. Mm. Yeah.
He's the Christopher Walken of businessmen.
Let's not compare Christopher Walken to a man who beats his wife.
Well, I'm talking about on the businessman side. The businessman, not the... I don't know what Christopher Walken does with his wife. He might. But I'm talking about the businessman side.
Let's say, until we know of any further, let's assume the best out of people.
There we go.
And Christopher Walken's probably a nice guy.
I love Christopher Walken.
I loved his work in the disaster ride at Universal Studios.
Before they got rid of for that horrible Fast and Furious one.
You did great work on that ride.
He did. You know what the worst part is? I saw, when I went in there, I actually saw, they had the little Pepper's Ghost thing.
Yeah.
I forgot who his name is. Mm-hmm. I only knew him by, that's that guy from Pulp Fiction. That's the guy who has the ring up his butt and he sneaks it out from the army. That's the only, you haven't seen Pulp Fiction, have you?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. That's the only thing I could remember. I was like, it's that guy.
It's butt ring guy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing he's known for at all, ever.
That and the Country Bear Jamboree movie.
Hey guys, this is the point where we go and get our food because it got here. I'm now going to put us back into where we're back into the episode. Hey guys, we're back from our small break. Our food got here, so we ate, and then Derek just burped into the microphone while I had my headphones in, and it was disgusting.
So what just happened here is that these people are going to hear you make a Florida man joke.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yes.
A comeback. Welcome back, everybody. We didn't even go away. We need to have a cutaway, at least.
All right. I'm going to edit this part in right here. Hey, guys, this is the point where we go and get our food because it got here. I'm now going to put us back into where we're back into the episode. See, it's going to be very fluent, and they're going to hear that twice, but it's fine.
All right, fine. It's going to be horrible. Do you need me to write that down, sir?
16.
Wow, we taking more notes than any other episode. It's almost like we're becoming professionals.
I beg to differ. This one has 4 notes on that one.
We'll get there. We're at 3.
I'm cutting all this out, by the way.
That's fine.
All right, now that we're done with our food, do you want to get back into Florida Man?
Unfortunately, sure.
So we started Florida Man. We put our toe in the water, and then we were like, nope, too cold, and we would come back later.
We're that wussy who gets in the pool too late?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Instead, let's just jump right in. Philip Franco there.
Cannonball! And start running.
Cannonball! Home security camera catches Florida man pooping in stranger's driveway. I was saying that I looked at your face, I couldn't finish it. You were just shocked and appalled.
Well, you just started. I wasn't ready.
You were cannonball, man. No, right into it.
Okay, right into it. Especially, we just ate. I don't want to talk about poop right now.
Hey, man, it's not your driveway. It's just a stranger's driveway that this Florida man pooped in.
You know, the only way it could be any funnier is if I drive home. I don't even own a fucking driveway. They pave a driveway into my house, and I walk in, there's just a big pile of poop there. And I'm like, they're coming true. It's like New Nightmare, where when he writes it, it all becomes true afterwards. It's
kind of like, is that Adam Sandler's bedtime stories?
I think so. I've never seen that movie. But there's that trope where there's always the writer who writes stuff as it goes on. You okay?
Yeah.
You're not going to die on me over there, are you?
No promises.
Okay. So he pooped in a man's driveway.
Yeah.
The worst part is...
The hard part about I'm feeling right now is to keeping PG while talking about this one.
Always bring a napkin to clean up after yourself. Or one of those little plastic gloves so you can flip it inside out.
No, just use a leaf nearby. This is probably not poison oak.
I'm talking about cleaning up, like how they tell you clean up after your pets.
Oh. No, I'm like, make sure to wipe.
To wipe? That's the worst part. He was in the driveway. He didn't wipe. You know he didn't wipe when he left.
That's what I said. Use a nearby poison oak leaf. Those are big, right?
It's like, why is my butt so itchy?
Like, I should see a doctor.
It'll eventually go away. Eventually. It'll be a while. You need some ointment for that.
On to the next one. Florida man uses wrong radiation detector at reclaimed phosphate site. So houses can start being built on radioactive land.
We have radioactive land down here?
Apparently.
Huh. Yeah, that explains a lot about Florida.
I didn't know phosphate was radioactive.
What is it?
Phosphate.
I
didn't know it was radioactive.
Isn't it just low radiation, though?
I think it's super low, but...
It's still radiation nonetheless?
Yeah, they used the wrong detector on it. And they started building houses on the land. And they're like, actually, you just used a metal detector?
This is still very dangerous.
Let's put the actual one out. All right, it's off the scales.
Like Geiger counters.
You need that de-radioactive stuff from Fallout. That's what you needed.
A Radaway?
Yeah,
you talking about Radaway?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Some Radaways.
Don't be making good references you don't know. Radaway, Mentats, and
they're cats,
heroin.
also known as Radaways.
Pay for stuff in bottle caps. And New California Republic dollars.
All right, can you make more references? Or?
Fat Man and Little Boy.
Is that our nickname, or?
No, those are nuclear weapons. Do you not know what nuclear weapons are?
I know, but I just thought I found an opportunity to.
Oh, okay.
I'm really far from the mic.
Yeah, you are.
Do you want the next?
It's because you eat too much pizza. Now you're leaning back. You're about to fall asleep.
Seriously, I'm like, I gotta
You got the itis.
I feel weird. You have the itis.
You know what that is, do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
We can't explain it right now.
Nope.
We'll do it later.
All right. I know what it means, but tell me off mic what it means later.
It means no. All right, next story.
Florida man arrested for pelting girlfriend with McDonald's sweet and sour packets.
That's because they were all out of Szechuan sauce.
You're like, you're being really sour. I don't want to be super sweet to you right now.
I'm more of a ranch guy if I throw stuff at people. Ooh,
you're only my side dish.
Ooh, that's just mean.
Yeah.
Is she at least a good side dish? She's like the macaroni. She can't be.
She's the mashed potatoes you make from powder.
Ew. Don't do that. Make real mashed potatoes. Cut them up and smash them.
Yeah, use your fists.
No longer, they're not mashed. They're smashed potatoes.
Hulk smashed potatoes.
All right, wait. If we're gonna do a stupid food joke,
yeah,
I was thinking about this in the car the other day.
Okay.
Why has the Nabisco company not done a parody called Oreo Speedwagon?
I guess they're not you, Derek.
I think that'd be the best. Heard it from a friend who. You've been double stuffing around. You know, you bring out big cookies. You could take Oreos on the run, baby.
This is going to be the second episode where I'm going to at Oreo.
And Oreo Speedwagon.
Yeah.
You got to do both of them so they work together.
This is a very food-based episode, I realized.
But think about it. I'm sorry. I thought about that for about a good 20 minutes because it takes me forever to get to work because of the traffic nowadays. Yeah. I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, especially because the Nabisco truck was going by, like, Oreo Speedwagon. It makes so much sense.
They're going to make so much dollars from that.
Exactly. You make your own special flavors. I don't know what Oreo Speedwagon's flavors are, but they could do something with that. I don't know.
They're like, vanilla?
Yeah, it's just vanilla.
That's it. I want the vanilla crackers with the regular filling, so it's just all white.
Did you ever see... Oh, that's not good.
No.
Did you ever see the... Okay, they have regular stuff.
Yeah.
They have double stuffed.
Yes.
There was a special edition called the most stuff.
Yeah.
They were disgusting. My family, well, at least my mother and my sister love those things. I am a man who likes the Oreo cookies. Look like
the Heather cookies with a regular sized marshmallow between.
Did they? Oh, that'd be weird.
Does it look like there was like...
Yeah, it was literally just a glob of... Yeah, pretty much. It was a glob of stuff.
Gross.
But I'm a man who loves Oreo cookies for the cookies. I'm not a filling guy. The filling is just the bonus.
Yeah.
If somebody's like, here, just take the... Like, they sell fluff that's just Oreo flavored.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's nasty.
I'm a man that likes the mixture of both.
Ah, so we don't get along then. You refuse to pick a side.
No,
You're going to be a martyr during the great cookies versus cream war.
The cookie is like, it's a chocolate cookie. That's good. The cream's like, that's kind of gross, but I can see why you like it. But the mixture's like, this is why they're made together for a reason.
So are you running for office then? Because you don't want to pick a side? I see.
I'm going to put it this way. When you buy things, you don't just buy cream stuff. You buy cookies and cream stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So the mixture.
But you can get just cookie stuff too. It's called cookie dough.
Yeah.
All right, next.
I'm saying I prefer the mixture.
All right, next Florida man before this gets even more ridiculous.
Florida man takes apart clothes dryer, finds stuck snake.
Was it dead or was it alive?
It was alive. It was just in there.
In his dryer?
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
He's like, hey man, I know this looks weird. Can you just like help bro out just real quick? Just
honestly,
match me.
That's always one of my biggest fears down here is because you'll see stories of people like find alligators in their basement, or not basement, but like in their pools. And people like, the snake came through the toilet drain. I'm like, so that's why every time I go use the bathroom, I always look at it. I'm like, I just want to flush this, just like a pre-flush. Like, see if anything's in there, it'll get sucked back down, and then we can sit on it and be safe.
So now you can't even dry your clothes.
Nope.
Like, but there's a sneaky snake in here.
I can hang my clothes up old school style and dry them out. It'll take forever.
I feel like but it'll be done. A higher chance of getting a snake.
That's true because you're outside at that point.
Because to get to your dryer, it has to go inside your house and then find a way inside your dryer. So we're back again. Don't worry, we heard the noise that was happening, so we stopped recording instead of keep trying to record through it. So
it just did not work at all.
Yeah, there was a guy outside with a vacuum, and he just super wanted to get his car cleaned or something. I don't know what they were telling me.
No, he I think one of your guys, one of your neighbors over here has maybe carpet cleaning, because the tube was stretching from his van through through the hallway where y'all's doors are at. I'm guessing going probably up the stairs.
Okay, so he's gone now.
Who cleans carpets at almost 5 o'clock?
I don't know.
I mean, really, that's when people get off work.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a 12 in the afternoon type of job.
So we stopped at Florida Man and the stuck snake in the dryer.
Yes.
So we only have 2 more Florida Men, actually.
All right.
So let's get on through these.
Let's finish this.
Hopefully, we'll stop at the pausing for random reasons.
More pizza? No.
I ordered 2 more pizzas. Is that okay?
They're gonna come.
I ordered them 15 minutes apart.
We're gonna do a blindfold test and see which one Bryce likes more.
That one's definitely pizza.
All right, continue.
After failing to capture alligator on their own, the city of Chicago hires Florida Man who catches it in less than 24 hours.
Okay, all right, we usually give out rewards for that, and I'm sorry, but he does have to pay a $200 fine because he's a Florida man.
Yeah,
but he wins no matter what the next story is. We have our own crocodile hunter now. Yeah, even though it was an alligator.
Yeah,
we have the alligator hunter.
He makes Florida people look good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we know we're doing the certain things.
The only
driving, no,
most definitely not. Dealing with weather,
sports, no. Catching alligators, yeah.
The worst part is there's going to be some other idiot who's like, well, I'm from Florida. I bet I can do it. 13 men die trying to capture alligator in Florida. It's going to be something like that.
Man accidentally kills 13 men.
Yeah. Thinking they were alligators.
Like, I thought throwing the toaster into the lake would work.
Do you think the reason why he caught it so fast was because it was his? Like, it was his pet? Like, he's like, yeah, I'm here on vacation.
What if he planted it there?
Yeah, exactly.
I know how to make money. I realized since I got this mic, I'm now whispering more things into the mic.
Whispering.
Because I get to do different things with my voice, because I can move far away and have myself still be heard. I can also just get really close.
I tend to stay close to the microphone.
Yeah, you just yell 24/7.
Yelling. All right, but yeah, that's like those stories when you see like, we're gonna steal everybody's pets and then we're gonna return them from profit. It's like that, except it's his pet. So he's like, I'm gonna release my own alligator and I'm gonna rescue the town.
I am the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Believe me. What?
What was that?
I said, believe me.
Oh, it sounded like you burped.
I was about to, and I stopped myself.
Oh, okay. You ate your pizza too fast.
I didn't. I just have a non-functioning stomach.
Blame it on your lazy stomach.
Blame it on the Sorry, that's
you don't even drink. Don't you sing that song? I don't either, but you don't sing it either.
Next, Florida Man.
Blame it on the sauce. Blame it on the
This is such. We always go.
This episode's falling off the rails.
We're not off the rails. We're just falling apart. Because no, it's off the rails. We're still going somewhere. We're just not going anywhere.
I would love to see a train fall off the rails and somebody goes, "We're off the rails." Like, no, we're still going somewhere.
Yeah, we're still moving.
It still counts.
It's like if instead of the train starting, it just tipped over. That's us right now.
Speaking about crazy people driving, I was driving home from work the other day. I was like, what's burning? I was like, there's no way there's something in this truck that's burning. There has to be. I look ahead, this car looks like it's on fire. I'm like, what in the world's going on over here? I speed up, obviously, because obviously I want to drive next to this burning car and see what's up, just in case it explodes and kills both of us.
Yeah.
He popped a tire and didn't care. He's on the freeway flying. He's going as fast as I am. So
no?
I'm guessing probably. I hope so. But me and him were doing like 80 because I drive way too fast. Yeah. I'm just sitting here, and it's not like popped where it's like it's low. It's popped like it's deflated and it's about to fall off the rim, and he's gonna be flying on a rim pretty much. And he was going, so I moved over a lane. Like I don't want to be too close to you as we were driving.
When I popped my tire, I heard it when I was driving. I'm like, what was that noise? I'm like, it might be just hit something.
It's the Beastie Boys.
And then I felt it because it felt different, and then I knew. So I don't know how he didn't feel.
He probably knew. He probably just didn't want to stop. Bryce, technically, you can drive a car on rims. One of my favorite stories my dad actually tells is the day his tires, the back ones popped.
Yeah. And
they drove on him, and they were shooting fucking sparks because he refused to stop driving. So they drove down the street, pretty much looking like a car from... Is hell considered a curse word?
Well, there's the town.
All right, they're driving like they're from the town of hell down the street with like just flames and smoke.
30 minutes in.
30 minutes. I made it 30 minutes. That's fine.
It's 33 minutes in.
33.
I made
it further than you did.
I was talking to some of my higher up people at work, and I clearly, from the podcast, I curse like crazy. So we're like talking to them, and they're like I see like their expression changing while I'm talking to them. I'm like, why are they making weird faces?
Were you cursing while you were talking to them?
Yes.
That's usually stuff that I do.
Didn't realize I was doing that.
That's something that's one of my tricks.
Yeah, so I realized I should probably start watching what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because
it sounds like a good idea for a business.
Because, well, they're the ones that are like, they believe in me, or whatever. So I'm like, I can just be myself because they want me. So this is me. I'm talking normally.
I don't want to be anything other than me. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be. No, all right.
On that note, we only did one Florida man in that entire time.
Did we? I thought we did too.
Because we stopped at Snake, we did one Florida man, and we still did the last Florida man.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we got very distracted for a long time, but it's fine. Welcome to the podcast.
Dude, I'm done with this one. We're just going to keep going. Let's find it.
Impatient Florida man can't get into his car, so he dials 911 4 times.
The worst part is, 911 can't hang up on you, right? To my knowledge.
Correct.
So that means he hung up, called back, hung up, called back, hung up, called back.
He called, and they're like, sir, that's not an emergency. Please call a non-emergency number. He's like, okay. He calls back.
What is the non-emergency number that they recommend?
AAA.
Really?
I mean, anything else.
Isn't there like a 311 or something like that where it's like things that aren't emergencies but you need help, like a help hotline?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Because I know 411 is information because everybody else does that stupid joke. I want to say 311 is like not emergencies but like help assistance. Like they can give you a phone number or they can direct you to somewhere.
I looked it up. It's not a short number.
Is it not a short number?
No, it's a full number.
Oh, okay.
At least one for around May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the police station's full number.
Oh, okay. So it's like a I mean.
Yeah, so they're probably like, just call AAA or just call some other towing company.
Pop-A-Lock would probably be a good one to call. That proves where we live. We have Pop-A-Lock around.
Yeah, surprise, Florida. So he called them. They're like, please don't use this number for non-emergencies. Please use a different number. He's like, okay. He calls back. I can't get in my car. Sir, I know. We just talked to you. Please don't use this number. Please, this is not emergency. Calls back a third time. I can't get in my car. Sir, we are aware you can't get in your car.
Where are you, sir? We'll come send an officer to help you get in your car and send you to jail.
After the 4th time, he was like, I can't get into my car. Please send like an officer. It's like, all right, where are you?
See, that's because he didn't do it right. You call, you're like, someone stole my car. Oh, really? What happened? Well, they only drove a few feet down, and then they got out and locked the doors, and now I can't get in. I need you to come here and help me out. Then they send the police officer over. Like, they stole him. Like, yeah, they only drove like 3 inches though. They're right. It's right there. Can you help me get in?
They drove 2 feet. They left the keys inside the car, and then they left.
Yeah, and they even cut it off, which is really weird. They're very polite, very polite robbers.
Yeah, and then they said something about my mom. I swear. Like, to make it sound more believable.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Then they kicked my shin, but my shin feels okay now.
This is a very small crime business right here.
Yeah, it's just the inconvenience crime
Yeah,
business. So I'm gonna go to your house and then paint one of your walls a different color than the rest of your walls. It's just slightly off.
That would annoy me so much because you would notice it.
You like this shade of white? Now it's eggshell.
Because then it leads to the question. I guess you just repaint that wall.
Yeah, it's just to inconvenience you the most you possibly can.
You know what I hate?
Your fridge is actually 2 degrees warmer than it should be.
I did that once actually with the fridge in my house.
Yeah.
Right, I kept turning it colder.
Yeah,
and everybody kept getting upset because they had like salads in there, so they started freezing over the lettuce and stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. Now just turn it up.
What I do my apartment, because I don't live here alone. All my roommates like it like 70 degrees in here. Mm-hmm. I always turn it to 69 because I'm me. And
you're a jerk. That's what you are.
They get so mad because like we can feel the difference. And I'm like, first of all, in 1 degree, I doubt it. Second of all, it's for the memes. Leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it be. Bryce, when we move in together, we can make it 69.
Dude,
I like a cold apartment.
Dude, I'm because my theory is it's cold. It's fine. You put on pants.
If it's hot, you can't fix. You can't take off your pants.
You can't. I mean, you can only take off so many layers until you're at your skin. And if you're still hot and you're naked, what's the point? I know it's saying something. We're in Florida, which is kind of
No, okay. Just for a heads up, because Bryce is explaining why he prefers a cold apartment.
Yeah.
Whenever I come over here, I come on time. Bryce, you are never on time. I stood outside of Bryce's house for 15 minutes in the sun because he wasn't ready yet. It's like, just let me in this building. I'm going to die.
I was in the shower.
I didn't
get your text because I was bathing.
Who doesn't keep their phone next to their shower nowadays? Aren't you a millennial?
It is next. I keep my phone on silent 24/7.
Yeah, I know. That's a really bad trait of yours.
Yeah, because I don't like ringtones. I don't like vibrations because I used to keep it on vibrate all the time, and then my legs started like freaking out because I have the ghost vibrates. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I hate that. I hate when I have ghost vibrates. So I turned the vibration off. Then I got rid of the ghost vibrates.
I know we're surging through different subjects.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite thing is my dad. Do you know I think I brought this up the other day actually. Do you know the old Geico commercial?
There's a lot.
There's one where there's like these two, like this older white gentleman in like a suit. He's talking to the lizard. And he's trying to be cool, like, "Hello, fellow teens, cool." And he'd be like, "I even made my own ringtone." And the song goes, "Ring a ding 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 dong, oh, ring the ding ding dong, ooh." And it's that.
Yeah.
My dad loved that to the point that we got, because it was a ringtone you could actually get back in the day, back in 2003 or something like that.
Yeah.
So we got it for his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got upgraded his phone, you couldn't buy the ringtone anymore. So we had to go through this convoluted way of making the ringtone like go onto the computer and taking it off and making it another ringtone.
Yeah.
He still has it to this day. And it's one of those things where when it goes off in the house, it'll do a ring ding ding dong, and you'll hear everybody in the house go, "Ooh!" ringing ding ding. Or it just starts going with it.
I'm sitting here like, I know you love your dad, but that's a lot of work for a ringtone. And then I realized that everyone liked it.
Everybody loves it.
That's why.
Literally, it's gotten to the point where sometimes somebody will call, and you know how you'd hit silent on the phone so it stops ringing? It'd be like a 1-800. I'm like, nah, just let it play. And then it just goes through. And we'll just make noises with it.
That's the only ringtone. Nah, leave it.
Just leave it be.
I'm in a bad mood right now. Just leave it on. I need it. All right. Do you want to go into the final story?
We kind of have to, don't we?
Yeah, because we haven't talked about. We've had so many complications this entire episode.
Well, one of them was our issue because we got hungry.
Yeah.
The other one was your neighbor's issue.
Yeah, the one was a predetermined issue.
Yeah.
The other one just happened upon us. So let's go into the final one.
Very final story.
Hey, Derek.
What's up?
Did you hear about this? Did you hear about Operation Paul Bunyan?
There better be some flapjacks in this story. Flapjacks and I guess guys with big beards and pickaxes. No, not pickaxes, but like chopping axes.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. This is a military operation.
Oh, there better be flapjacks involved with this story.
How about I tell you the story and then you can see how insane it is.
Okay.
This is August 18th, 1976.
Okay.
It's in the Joint Security Area of Korea. It's an area that neither North or South Korea own.
It's like the border wall.
Yeah,
right?
it's those pictures where you see like they're staring at each other. Mm-hmm. It's that there.
That's the craziest place. You know they have three at least on the North Korean side, if I'm remembering correctly, they have 3 soldiers on that side.
Yeah.
Where they all watch each other. That's why they're there.
Yeah.
It's like just make sure nobody runs away.
I think 2 of them watch each other, and one of them looks back to make sure nobody can leave.
Yeah, or something like that.
And then there's 2 on the south where they literally get the tallest guys they can get. Almost cursed right there. The tallest guys they can get, and you put sunglasses on them so they don't have to keep staring. And they peek their faces like halfway up behind the wall, so you can't actually see the full face. And I'm like, this is the most petty section of the entire world I've ever seen in my entire life. They're just trying to like scare each other, but none of it's working.
Nope, it's not intimidating at all.
Anyways, it's in that area.
We should go visit there. You want to go to North? You want to go to North Korea? You can go to North Korea.
That's not.
There's not a guarantee you can come back.
I don't want to see the facades. I'm good. So this is the Joint Security Area of
Korea.
The KDZ, the Korea Demilitarized Zone.
Okay.
The United Nations Command, the UNC, send a security team consisting of Captain Arthur Boniface. He's American. His South Korean counterpart, Captain Kim. Platoon leader, First Lieutenant Mark Barrett, and 11 other personnel.
Let's do people from North Korea all being called Kim.
Well, is
that like a common name there? I'm guessing.
I think it's just a Korean common name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a Korean Asian based name, or is it?
I believe so.
Okay.
There's 11 other personnel, both South Korean and American.
Okay.
Their job is to guard a group of 5 KSC personnel to trim a tree, because the tree is blocking the view of some of the outposts. Mm-hmm. They can't see beyond the tree, so they're going out there to trim it.
Okay.
None of them are armed with any sort of guns, because that's they agreed upon a limit. Is there's 5 armed officers
at a time
on each side in that section, and there's 30 armed personnel at total.
Okay.
So nobody's armed with any guns or anything. They have the axes to trim the tree, and that's about it. So after the trimming began, 15 North Korean soldiers appeared, pretty much, commanded by Senior Lieutenant Pak Chol. Pak and his soldiers watched the trimming without any sort of concern for 15 minutes.
Yeah, they're just chopping a tree down.
Until Pak told the UNC to cease trimming immediately due to the tree personally being planted by King Il-sung, and he nourished it, and it's growing under his supervision.
Oh, so they were cutting down some... Oh.
So he's like, but they watched it for 15 minutes like, everything's fine.
That's because nobody cared at that point.
You know what? It's not fine. So Captain Boniface, the leader of the group, ordered the trimming to continue, and he just turned his back to him. He's like,
no. This is our tree. It's on our side. We're going to chop this thing down.
Yeah, so they trim it, not chop.
Trimming.
Yeah, they just want to trim it. They're not cutting it down. Mm-hmm. They just want to
make it look nice.
Yeah. So Pak sent a runner over the nearby bridge, who returned minutes later with a truck full of 20 North Korean soldiers, wielding clubs and crowbars.
Because no one can have guns.
No one can have guns.
They're like, what do we have? We got crowbars. Yeah. Grab them. Grab anything.
So
it's like a thing in Anchorman where everybody has their own weapons.
Yeah. Where'd you get a grenade? I don't know.
Yeah, you stabbed the guy with a Triton. I saw that.
So Pak ordered the trimming to stop after they showed up. He has, 35 soldiers now?
Mm-hmm. I say we're getting close to that limit.
And Boniface, again, is like, no. We're here to trim it. We're going to trim it.
I'm here to do a job. I take this very seriously. I'm a gardener.
So I'm going to have to say a curse word here. I'm not sure if you consider it a curse word, but it's a part of the story, and it's a direct quote.
All right, fine.
Pak took off his wristwatch. He wrapped it in a handkerchief, placed it in his pocket, and he said, "Kill the bastards."
Oh, bastards is not a curse word. It's a very impolite word.
Yeah.
Wait, why did he take his watch off?
He didn't want to dirty his watch.
I guess so. He doesn't want to break his watch.
Yeah. So
you know what time it is? It's time to kick some, and then expletive.
time to kick some, then it's just cut off by him getting hit.
Yeah.
The KPA, the North Korean forces, used their own weapons and the axes dropped by the tree trimmers to attack the UNC forces. Pak knocked down Boniface to the ground, and 5 KPA bludgeoned him to death.
Ooh.
Barrett jumped over a low wall in a nearby trench, and 2 KPA followed with axes. All but one of the UNC forces sustained injuries. Boniface died during the altercation. Barrett died on his way to the hospital.
All this over a tree?
Yes.
This better be a good tree.
So I'm going to read, I have an excerpt here from the North Korean media, what they released about the story. This is their side of the story. Around 10:45 a.m. today, the American imperialist aggressors sent in 14 hoodlums with axes into the joint security area to cut the trees on their own accord, although such a work should have mutually consented beforehand. Four persons from our side went to the spot to warn them to not continue the work without our consent. Against our persuasion,
these hoodlums,
they attacked our guards en masse and committed a serious provocative act of beating our men, wielding murderous weapons and depending on a fact that they outnumbered us. Our guards could not but resort to self-defense measures under the circumstances of this reckless perfection.
Man, you gotta love this propaganda.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good documentary. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix still, but it's called The Propaganda Game, where they actually go visit North Korea and they do a whole bunch of stuff. And one of my favorite things is they go to an apartment complex, like a kind of like a projects where they're like stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, so where's your kitchen? They go into the place. The lady's happy. She's like, where's the kitchen? Goes, oh, we'll show you the kitchen later. And then like in a post thing, they come over like, we never got to see that kitchen because it wasn't there. It was just like a mock-up to make it look nice.
Yeah.
They did that with that, and they did it with a church where the guy was like, well, I got to go to church. It's Sunday. I'm a Christian, which apparently isn't like a really big thing there. They have their own religion thing where it deals with him. But so they had a mock-up church where they just had people in there, and they're like, they asking questions, and they're like, yeah, we agree to that. And like, that doesn't say anything like that in the Bible. You're just agreeing with me because you think I'm correct. But yeah, that's always one of the weird things is when you read, like when something happens and then you see how they switch it. It's like, ooh.
Kim Jong-il.
That's the first one. Well, the second one.
Yeah, so it was the order. It was the current one in this time.
Is Un. Right?
What we have right now is Un. Before him was Il.
And then their grandfather was the first one.
Sung, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't there one before that too? I think technically.
They were large family.
But those are like the main ones people know of.
I wrote it down, but I can't find it on here. It's fine.
That's fine.
Kim Jong-il, his son at the time, he's not in charge yet, presented the story at the Conference of Non-Aligned Nations. Mentioned to everyone not in the UN.
You don't get to be here.
As a way to push the U.S. withdraw their forces from Korea and the dissolution of the UNC. They're like, clearly, they're just coming in and attacking us for no reason.
They're attacking our homes and our trees.
Exactly. So this is all a build-up to Operation Paul Bunyan.
Oh, okay. So we haven't. Sorry, I thought that was Paul Bunyan because of the axes.
This is Operation Paul Bunyan.
All right.
3 days after the killings at 7 a.m., a convoy of 23 American and South Korean vehicles drove into the JSA without warning of the North Koreans. In those vehicles are 2 8-man teams of engineers armed with chainsaws. These 2 teams are
they're going to tear this tree apart.
These 2 teams are accompanied by 2 30-man platoons from the Joint Security Force, a 64 task force from the South Korean 1st Special Forces Brigade, who are trained in Taekwondo and armed with M16 assault rifles and grenade launchers. 20 utility helicopters.
This is just a lot to take down a tree.
7 Cobra attack helicopters. Behind them are a B-52 long-range bomber, surrounded by the F-4 Phantom IIs, some South Korean F-5s, F-86s, F-111s, F-4Cs, and FDs.
We've completely gone past this level of what was allowed.
Yeah, those are all insane.
Yeah, exactly. That is.
Those are all attack and bombing planes.
The only way this story could be any funnier is if it wasn't chainsaws. They had one of those long, ridiculous ones to take 2 people.
Yeah.
So they took longer, so people just had to watch them cut the tree down slowly.
You say that as a joke.
Oh, did they cut it down slowly?
Together, the task force... I'm going to finish this.
Okay, sorry.
Together, the task force, named Task Force Viera, consisted of 813 men.
Whew.
Huge. North Korea responded quickly with about 100 to 200 men.
That ain't enough.
Armed with machine guns and assault rifles. The North Korean troops arrived mostly in buses, but did not leave them at first and watched the events unfold. They eventually got out of their buses and set up the machine gun posts and waited and watched in silence for 42 minutes as the engineers armed with chainsaws cut down the tree.
Oh. I love this story so much.
He's like, you won't let us trim the tree? Fine.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were about to say something else.
So, a few minutes into the operation, this is 42 minutes. It actually took 3 minutes shorter than they thought it was going to take.
Oh, really?
It was going to take 45 minutes. So a few minutes into it, the UNC notified North Korea they could notify their counterparts that at the JSA that a UN work party had entered the JSA in order to peacefully finish the work left unfinished.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Operation Paul Bunyan was a huge
It's just a big middle finger that we could do what we want. We're gonna cut this tree down.
They killed 2 people because
tree
because they one of them trim a tree.
Yeah, not even cut down a tree.
So you're like, fine, you're gonna kill people because we're trimming the tree. Fine, we're gonna cut down the tree.
The only way it could be any funnier is if they had it like as soon as they got done cutting it down, they're like, okay, bring in the chipper, and they had a big wood chipper to start shoving it into it. But then where the wood sharpings shoot out, it shoots over to the North Korean side, so they get covered in wood shavings. You
have to clean it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's your problem now. You wanted it so badly. Here you go.
They left. How they cut it off? They stood on top of a truck when they did it. So they didn't go all the way down to the bottom. The stump that's there is 8 feet tall.
Ooh.
It's still there. Because they wanted them trim the tree, so like, fine.
You just take the whole top.
Take the top off and remind you what we did.
That's like when somebody asks, like, you want a piece of this muffin? Like, yeah, and they take the top bit, and it's like, just leave you the bottom. It's like, I don't want this anymore now.
I don't want the stump of this muffin.
Yeah, exactly. Is that what it's called? A muffin stump?
That's what I call it, because I think it makes sense.
Yeah, all right.
Anyways. Like a tree. Anyways.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, this is one of the stories I've been wanting to do from the very beginning. I just didn't know what to pair it with.
You could have started that with anything.
So that was Operation Paul Bunyan.
Operation Paul Bunyan. And they all went and had pancakes with syrup afterwards.
Yeah, there you go.
And they had a blue ox there. That's Paul Bunyan, right? He has a blue ox.
They also the leader of North Korea didn't apologize after Operation Paul Bunyan of what happened, but his apology is kind of like a backhanded apology. I was like, we both need to have some restraint in the future
for this tree.
Yeah, so
you killed 2 people over a trimming.
Yes, but clearly, how it happened afterwards, it wasn't about the trimming. It was more being like a way, trying to find a way to get rid of them out of that area.
You know what the worst part is? Well, they used that as an excuse that was such and such a tree. I bet you they didn't have any connection to that tree whatsoever.
Yeah.
They literally just used that as their biggest excuse they could give. It was like,
yep.
No, he planted that tree, which he would have to be a couple hundred years old for it to be for him to be planted that tree at that point.
You're correct.
So,
but he's immortal and he's the best at tennis, I guess.
And he doesn't poop. He's not in porno anymore.
So, guys, remember that. He just doesn't poop.
He doesn't poop.
So we started with poop. We haven't poop.
We haven't poop. Just like this episode.
So let's.
Not too rude. It's been a hard episode.
Yeah, it has been. We're gonna wrap things up here in a second. But first, shout out to Young Walnut for letting us use his song for our intro and outro. You can find him on YouTube or on SoundCloud. If you guys have any stories you want us to do, feel free to send us or tweet at us at DYHAT Podcast. That's DYHAT Podcast. You can also email us at DYHATpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any, just want to follow us on there. We also release whenever we have a new episode come out, and we also tweet about it. And I make a funny joke Sometimes I eat at Oreo, which I'm going to have to do again for this one.
Oreo Speedwagon.
So, do you have anything else before we go into the final one?
No, I'm good.
So, Derek, did you hear about this? Did you hear about a pickle for the knowing ones or a plain truth in a homespun dress?
What?
It's a book.
Okay.
By Timothy Dexter.
Wait a second. We just did a circle here.
Yep.
So, great.
So he wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
It contained over 8,800 words.
Okay.
It's important that I'm telling you this.
Okay.
It contained over 8,800 words, 33,000 letters, but no punctuation, and random capitalization.
So it's pretty much I wrote a book at this point.
It was reprinted 8 times.
Okay, so wait.
Okay,
what's the point of it, though?
Is
it his life story? Is it a memoir?
No, he just wrote
financial advice?
Nope.
Is it a story?
Yeah, I think so.
You think there's a story?
Yeah, it's not really. Well, the main point of I'm telling you this is this part. In the second edition, Dexter added an extra page.
Okay.
It consisted of 13 lines of punctuation marks, with the instruction that readers should distribute them how they pleased.
All right, that's really creative. I love that.
So, is that a good note to end on this weird episode?
Yeah, because not to ruin, wherever you start or begin in this episode, put your own punctuation in. It'll help you out a lot.
We're going to put the period right